SA20 is upon us, and some exciting news about the Pretoria Capitals. They have appointed a couple of new coaches.
Revamped completely. I think they've kept 3 players, and obviously the auction's coming up very soon. They've only kept 3 players from the last squad that didn't do very well last season. Coach is gone, Trott is gone, Ganguly comes back into it. Vic just told me Pollock is going to be part of the squad in terms of the coaching, which is a wealth of experience. Ganguly, Pollock, and whoever else they fill it up with. So yeah, exciting times I think for Pretoria in terms of. But they got a lot of work to do, by the way. If you only got 3 players that you've retained so far, and you got another 16 or whatnot to cover up, there's a lot of work that comes into it. And I think I said this last week. If they get Aiden Markram, who's a free agent, by the way, who's from that area, I think that's a huge. He led a team that won 2 out of the 3 SA20 so far. So if they get him, local boy, I think that's a huge get for them if they do get him. But again, yeah, they've revamped, they're starting from scratch again, and we'll see how they go.
Wildcard is something that a lot of us have been talking about, and we know it might mean more money for some players.
Definitely more money. I'm just thinking of Heinrich Klaassen, who's wildcard for the Durban side. So look, it's one of those things that is there with the SA20. So a huge benefit because it means that you can get quite a few players, the ones that you want, and the ones that will have a huge impact in your squad. Klaas is one of them. I think Andre Russell is also another one who's a wild card.
Pretoria Capitals, by the way, they just signed him, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, look, it's an exciting tournament. There's obviously a lot of permutations in how you can pick your squads. The other one is about the under-23. No more rookies anymore in the SA20. So again, I think one thing that we're looking forward to is obviously the auction. Who's going to go for the big bucks? And obviously, how do they set up? I mean, you mentioned the fact that there's so many players that the Capitals need to get, but it's going to be exciting. But there's a lot of planning going into the auction, so looking forward to it.
Do you want to be a wild card, though? Like, if you're like a Klaassen, who's arguably the best T20 player in the world right now in terms of white ball cricket, like, do you not want that guarantee of a 3-year contract where I know I'm getting for the next 3 years? Or do you want to be so-called, in movies they call it like an assassin or so like, do you want to be like, I'll take this much money to do this job, or do you want like a long-term contract where you guarantee? So that's the thing for me, isn't it? If I'm a top player, I mean, the money's not disclosed, so like, what do you want for yourself? But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see who goes where. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great tournament once again.
But also, how do you go about building a squad? Do you start with bowlers, batters? Do you start with the captain, knowing that, her captain is going to bring you so much to the team? How do you go about building a squad?
Look, it's such a difficult one when you come with a captain. I think you actually have to look at where you play first, and you need to set your squad up like that. And when you play away, most teams that have been very successful is teams that have won at home. So your makeup of your team. The most important part, though, you can have guys that hit the ball. Let's say if you can't have a bowling squad that restricts teams, then you are not winning a lot of tournaments. Bowlers win your games, and if you can set it up like that and have some quality game changers in a setup, I think you've got a good chance.
I would say bowlers win your test matches. I don't know about T20 games.
Yeah, but
you
also
don't think
T20,
so? You don't think
come
Mumbai
on.
Indians won because of their bowling attack?
Like, if I know I have a better...
If you have a KG Rabada in your team...
All right, let me ask you a simple question then. Who do you pick first? If I say to you, Vic, you've got in the last 10 years, you've got anybody you can pick in your squad, would you not take AB de Villiers over any bowler that's ever played the game of T20?
Yeah, but you can't think like that.
It's a very simple question.
No, you can't think like that, Monde.
But I think like
that.
We talk about batting versus bowling.
That's what he's saying.
It's batters versus bowlers. I'm asking a very simple question. Who do you take ahead of AB in T20 cricket?
And then but you can't think like that, though.
Okay, well, that's not answer my question, so that I don't know what you're doing.
Hang on. You're just being on specific, right? So if you had to have, so you don't think bowlers win your games?
I didn't say that. But I said in Test cricket, they win you more games than they will in
not in
T20s.
T20s?
No, I'm saying, I'm taking...
No, it's enough.
No, wait, can I just finish? I'm taking...
So Mumbai
Indians...
So hang on.
Wait,
Mumbai Indians, right? Mumbai Indians.
MI Cape Town. They also had Rickerton, they also had Van der Dussen, who did very well.
MI Cape Town. Who was their bowling attack?
Rabada was
there. It was Kagiso Rabada.
Khan was there. Must I give you the whole team?
Bolt. Okay, what else?
But I just gave you the batters, though. That did very well, by the way. By the way, those guys that opened the batting, Rickerton and Van der Dussen, have you seen their record in the start of the tournament? They were literally
Mumbai, Cape Town.
way ahead of everybody else in terms of the partnerships.
Yeah.
So like, it depends. I guess it depends on your take, on your like. But I don't think that bowlers are as influential in T20 cricket as they are in Test cricket.
Okay. I think let's wrap up. I think the question that I can pose to everyone at home is, do bowlers win your T20 match? That is the big question. But as you know, that the SA20 auction is happening on the 9th of September 2025. So do interact with us on social media. Let us in on your thoughts and opinions on the show. There was a great debate between Monde, Zondeki and Victor Mpitsang. Just what we love to see, because that makes good television.